Hey everybody, so I got a new knife sharpener to show you. This is the Work Sharp, the Kent Onion edition. Now, some people are probably wondering already, who's Kent Onion? He was one of the premier knife designers, or he still is, and he was one of the main designers for a lot of Kershaw knives. Anyway, great sharpener though. This is a belt sharpener. You get 5 different belts that come with it, and you can also buy more belts. This one has a 15 to 30 degree angle. I do have the grinder that goes to this as well, which goes down to 10 degrees. I will do that one at a later time, but really you only need this one. The grinder is just like additional for things. Also, this will work for tools. You'll just take the rod and turn it, and then the knife guide, you can pull that right out. There's a little lever here. You press that in, and you'll be able to rotate it. Now you can have a handheld grinder, and you can put your tools like on a clamp, and then you can do your tools like your axes and shovels and everything. Over here is where you're going to see where you can adjust your angle, and it's just by the twist of this. This also comes with a piece of paper that tells you different angles for different types of knives. The lower the angle, like a 15, that's going to be more of a, well, it's going to be an edge that's going to damage more quickly, so you're going to want that more for like maybe your knives that you're using for like slicing and meats and different things like that. Maybe for like a cleaver, you want to go a little bit higher. Usually I stick to about in between 15 and 20 for like my santokus and my chef's knife. And for like my butcher knife, I usually go more for like a 20, just so it's a little bit stronger. You could go a little bit higher as well. Down here, you adjust your speed, and you want to go lower speed for knives and higher speed for like tools. The belt is super easy to take off and replace. You just press this here, and you'll be able to take that off and put another belt on. We'll go ahead and take this one off because it's an extra fine, and I'm going to put a coarser one on just to demonstrate a dull knife. All right, so we got a coarse one on here. Now what I'll do is I'm going to do a slicer, and for the slicer, I'm going to go a 15 on that one. Now this slicer has not been sharpened since I've got it, and I'm going to go ahead and just do a quick run on the coarse. I'll switch over to another knife, do that, and then we'll move the belt to a different grit. So I got my cheap slicer here. It's a Mercer. You control it by the trigger here at the bottom. You got your angle guide, which will give you a perfect angle that you set. You can already see where it's shaping the edge, and I'm only going to do a couple passes with the coarse because you don't want to do too much on that one. It's already making a difference there. Honing with the fine is going to make the biggest difference if you want razor sharp. All right, so that one I think will be good with the coarse. We'll move that along. And you know, I got a butcher knife here that's really old, and it's getting pretty dull. It makes it a little easier if you got the little edge guard. I didn't think about putting that in there for you. These ones I already did, and they got a really nice edge. They can just use a little bit of extra honing with the fine. This one is a really cheap Chicago cutlery knife. It's like, I don't know, super cheap. But we're gonna go ahead and bring a life back to this one as well. And actually for this one, I am going to change the angle, and I want to go, I'm gonna go in between, about 17 or so. So definitely get an edge pretty quick. I'm only going to do a couple passes with that one. Now I'm going to switch out the belt, and I'm going to go with a medium just to bring those down a little bit. Once you have these nice and sharp, we can just do the fine just to maintain. Super easy to swap those out. Now let's go ahead and do a medium finish. I'm gonna go, since I already have that adjusted, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first. All right, so now I'm going to put the extra fine on, which is going to be more for the honing. Do these two knives. Now we're just pretty much honing it with the fine. You can also do pocket knives. With a pocket knife, I'm going to do more of a lowest angle of 10, and with the grinder, I'd probably go down as low as, I'm going to go as low as 15 on the pocket knife. If I use the grinder attachment, I'd probably go down to even 10 for this one. You can definitely keep your pocket knives really nice and sharp as well. All right, so after a matter of only a couple minutes, you'll have your knife super sharp. And this is the really cheap, budget-friendly Chicago cutlery one. Our slicer. So overall, this is a really easy to use knife sharpener. Gets your knives super sharp, and you can also spend a little bit more time on the honing and the extra fine belts to get them even more razor sharp. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. It works really well, super easy to use, much easier and user-friendly compared to trying to start out with like a tri-stone. That's how I learned. But anyway, if you're looking to sharpen all your knives, this will work very well for you.